Okay, today we're going to decorate the cake for my best friend's birthday. One of my besties' birthday. And this birthday request had some specific request. So my friend has a gallbladder sensitive diet. So I researched gallbladder friendly bakes, and so I came up with this angel food cake that is not easy. I need to keep practicing my angel food cake. This reminded me that I need to keep practicing my angel food cake. It's just that, like, I also am not trying to bake a cake and eat it. So, like, I need excuses to bake cakes. Anyways, I baked the cake a couple of times yesterday. My first one did not come out right. My second one came out better. Still had some struggle busness, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it pretty. It's gonna be delicious. And I knowing my friend, he's gonna be very, very grateful. So let's get started on our cake. So I made some Greek yogurt frosting and some vanilla bean glaze. And I have some fresh berries that are prepared. And we're just gonna layer this all together. So first, I'm gonna take our cakes out of the wrappings. And we're going to put a little bit, I need scissors. Right here. Let's actually put this in the fridge. Just put these in the freezer. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a couple of strawberries, put them right there. Just because we have like a little bit of a hole to fill. So we're gonna put this cake with the flattest side up. We're gonna cover up that little crater with the berries that are in the inside. Now we're gonna take our glaze. So I have vanilla glaze that I prepped already, and this is vanilla bean sponge cake, cloud cake. So I'm gonna give it a quick little drizzle. Cute. All right. So we have our vanilla drizzle. Now we're gonna take some of our cream cheese, honey Greek yogurt frosting. We're just gonna lay this on our cake. And there's gonna be things layered on top of this, so I'm not gonna be too precious about it. It's just about getting it on the cake. Okay. Now We're gonna take our little offset spatula and just kind of do a little bit of that. Great. Right, cute. Now, we're gonna take, oh my God, this looks so cute already. I need to take a picture. I love being able to see the vanilla bean specks. It really gives it that like bakery, yes queen. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little picture. Sorry, bear with me while I take a picture. I'm trying to get better about pictures of the process. And my iPhone, you're on it right now. So, take a picture. Take a picture. Okay, now we're gonna clean up our space because we clean up as we go. Get things out of the way that we don't need in the way. Okay, so now I'm gonna start this is where some little food tongs are pretty handy. And we're gonna start laying out. Let me bring the berries closer. Give me 1 second to figure out how to do this. Let's bring these berries closer. Let's bring these berries closer. Just bear with me for 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Okay, so as you can see, I've prepped some berries already. I sliced strawberries and I dried them out, washed them, and I washed some raspberries. And so for this layer, we're just gonna layer out some strawberries. Oop, and I just stepped on a raspberry. My dog can have that one. And wash my hands. Okay. I'm so excited. This cake is for one of my best friends, EJ, who's also my hairstylist. I walked into EJ's salon years ago because it had to be pre-pandemic. Let me see. No, I started going to EJ when I moved into this apartment. So no, it was not pre-pandemic. It was post-pandemic. I think in the pandemic. I think in the pandemic is when I found EJ. I need to go through my pictures. Anyways, EJ is one of the kindest, most gentlest, most warm-hearted, loyal, family-oriented, and literally one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. If EJ wasn't gay, I'm pretty sure me and Enrique would be married by now, because this man loves me so much, and again has shown me the kind of love in a friendship that the only other person that loves me as much as EJ is my drag mom, who's also my other best friend. So I know that you know, just like everybody, we all go through stuff, and you know, EJ's been going through some stuff in his life, and so I'm really grateful that A, he's a part of my life, and B, that I get to show him a little love back, because he is so generous with me and so kind. And so I'm excited to do something nice for him. So he, because of his dietary restrictions, was very excited that I took the time to research gallbladder friendly baked goods. And I'm glad I did, because like I've been in a baking phase lately with a lot of like pistachio in my bake. So I've been making like these pistachio buns. I just made high protein pistachio cheesecake bars. They love them. Like, I love them so much, like I want to slap myself. But with a little bit of research, I realized that for somebody who has gallbladder issues, they need reduced fat, and something like a cheesecake, B, with pistachios would have been no bueno for my friend. So after a bit of research and looking into some different options of what I could make for him, I landed on a cloud cake, aka a sponge cake. That is, again, not an easy recipe. So I had to make it twice yesterday because the first time I messed up. But thankfully I had enough time to do it again. And so we did. We baked the cake twice yesterday. And now, this morning I woke up early. I couldn't sleep. So I woke up early to clean the kitchen because I was so tired last night. I left it a mess. So I woke up really early. I cleaned the kitchen. And then I prepared the vanilla glaze that I'm using for this. And then I prepared the frosting. And then I prepped the berries. And then I laid down for a little bit because I was like, ooh, child, I'm tired. But by that point, the coffee I had earlier was starting to kick in. So I got back up and I said, all right, let's go live and decorate the cake with all of my YouTube friends. Okay, so now I'm wondering, do I add another layer of frosting or do I just put the cake on there? Let's see. Let me see what my notes say. Place first. Oh, let me take a picture. Duh. It looks so good, right? And it's not even done. We're only halfway there, babies. Okay. We're halfway there. So now, let's see what my notes say. Place first sponge on board. Spread a generous layer of yogurt whip and glaze. I don't know if this is generous. Arrange thin sliced berries. Top with second layer, add more yogurt. Okay, so now let's get our second cake. So I have my second cloud cake. And they caved in a little bit on me. You know what, I'm gonna level this off really quick. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna level this off on camera, but let me get the leveler. Right. Come on. Okay. So I just got myself one of these. I was leveling cakes just with like a big serrated knife, but there was no level to be found. The level is she in the room with us. So I went to Michael's yesterday and I got myself a Wilton leveler. So let's do a little camera magic swapping out. So let me move this out the way. Now we have our cake that's gonna go on top, and it's just slightly, I'm gonna turn it this side onto the strawberries, but I want it to be as even as possible on top. So let's take, as you can see, that's where I leveled it off yesterday. So now take this. This also took me a little bit to figure out how to move the wire. I thought like you pull it out and move. I found that you push in the metal and then you can slide the wire where you need to. That took me a minute to figure out. Okay, let's I also found that doing like a little bit of like swinging slice versus just straight across helps me from just tearing the cake. Because me, I can be a little rough sometimes and a little impatient. And this is where I have to channel that little bit in me somewhere that's starting to learn how to be patient and diligent and mindful. And I still lost some pieces. Okay, so let's take our little crumbly bits and put them somewhere. All right, not too bad. I did lose a little bit of our edge over here, but that's fine. I'll take it. Okay, so now we have a little bit more of a, let's try. Not bad. Very good texture. Delicious cake. Not bad if I say so myself. Actually, it tastes really good. I can taste the vanilla. It tastes really good. Okay, let me dry my hands. So now we have our now re-leveled. I'm just getting rid of some of these crumbs. We have now our re-leveled. So as you can see, it's less wonky. We have our top now. Want to be on top. Wash my hands again because I got cake on them. Dry them. We want dry hands when we're dealing with our cake materials. We also, like I said, love to clean up along the way. All right, so we bring our cake back in. Also, feel free to say hi in the chat if you want to. I'm obviously concentrating, but I'll look up and say hi if you say hi. So feel free to say hi. I don't bite. Okay, my hands are still a little bit wet. I need to go get some more paper towels. Give me 1 second. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So now we have our second tier, or our second layer, not necessarily tier, our second layer. And we're gonna gently put that on top, get rid of these crumbs. Okay, beautiful. So now we have a very strawberry shortcake looking cake, which I'm not mad at. I love a strawberry shortcake. Very me-coated. Actually loved strawberry shortcake as a little girl. There's pictures of me. Oh, they're not out. I pulled them out a while ago for a project. But yeah, there's pictures of me Christmas morning with my strawberry shortcake dolls. Shout out 1980s, right? Okay, so now we're back to the last of our vanilla bean glaze that I made this morning. And we're just gonna if you decorate more than 2 or 3 cakes in a year, it's worth investing in a wheel. It really makes such a difference. If you're doing, you know, cakes that require detail and you being able to move the plate around, highly recommend a cake turntable. All right, so that's the last of our glaze. Also, squeeze bottle, underrated baking tool. So you don't waste. I mean, I love a piping bag, but for something like this, it's nice to have a squeeze bottle. Okay, so now we're going to I put some of the frosting in the freezer, set a little bit better. So we're gonna pull that out now. Now, a fresh bag of our Greek yogurt. Hello. So this is Greek yogurt, honey, vanilla bean frosting. And I also put a little bit of pie stabilizer powder in it, just so that it doesn't glop all over the place, because I am going to leave the sides bare so that you can see the berries peeking through. Okay, so actually I have another piping bag that already has a tip on it, so we're going to take that one actually and see what this looks like. Doesn't have a ton of structure, so it's not really keeping the tip detail, which is fine. We're not really going for detailed piping with this. And you always want to make sure that you squeeze your piping, and then every once in a while you're going to have to reset your hand so that you have the proper amount of pressure for your piping bag. All right. Now I'm just layering on our yogurt frosting. I want it to feel generous. We don't want to scrimp out. So, because this is it. This is our cake, right? So let's not scrimp out on our frosting. And again, this is Greek yogurt, vanilla bean, honey. And I had some lavender honey that was left over. So that's the honey that I used for this. And we have fresh berries that we're about to use. Ah! Just want to give this one more edge. Beautiful. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my clean spatula and just clean up this edge really quick. Great. And now, just very gently, clean this up a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay. Okay. Let's do this outside one more time. clean edge. I want a clean edge. I was trying to find acetate wrap yesterday to basically help with this clean edge, but I couldn't find any at Michael's. So we're just going the old school way, which is just by hand. Make it look clean by hand. All right, great. So I still have one more bag left of our Greek yogurt vanilla honey frosting if we want to add more after we put on our berries, our berries. But we might not need it, so I'll just leave that set aside. Get rid of our trash. Okay, so now comes the fun part, which is the top of our cake. So I was thinking, feel free to leave a note in the chat, I was thinking a ring of raspberries around the edge and then filling in kind of overlapping strawberries on the inside. What do we think? The only thing is that, like, the perfectionist in me wants all the raspberries to be the same size, and that's gonna take me forever. But I don't know. Let's just get started. So all you can do is get started. I can't get too lost in my own head ruminating on perfection. Do you know what I mean? Because you'll lose yourself searching for perfection. And especially when it comes to baking, it's amazing how us as bakers, right? We're artists. We're sensitive about our stuff. And so, like, what we think is like, oh my God, the worst thing ever, or like the biggest flaw, or like, oh, that one little thing right there that's not right. A, most people don't see it. And B, if it tastes good, that's truly what matters at the end of the day. I mean, we do want a beautiful bake. Don't get me wrong, especially me. I really believe that we eat with our eyes. Ooh, we eat with our eyes. Oh no, they're slipping. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I gotta stop talking for a second. We have an emergency. Okay, the raspberries might be too heavy for what I'm trying to do. So let's restructure this a bit. These are two on the edge. Two on the edge. Okay. Okay. It's okay. See? But we're in this together. Okay. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're okay. Okay. That's fine. We're fine. We're just gonna keep going. Okay. So these need to not be so on the edge. Okay, it's okay. I'm like panicking a little bit. We're okay. We're fine. We're all fine. We're just gonna keep going. Gently, not on the edge. Gently, not on the edge. Sorry, I'm gonna have to concentrate really hard for a second. Gently, not on the edge. 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 Yeah. Acetate next time. This is where the acetate would have helped. It would have kept everything in. But that's fine. We're fine. It's okay. It's okay. We're okay. It's okay. We're okay anyways. All right. So we have our outer edge of raspberries. Still looking very cute. We're still looking cute. We're still looking gorgeous. We came to party. Okay. Now, let's take strawberries and layer these in. Now I'm scared. It's okay. We're all okay. Beautiful. Look at that. We saved the day. Okay. So now the last bit of it is drop a raspberry on the floor. Okay. Now the final details. So I have a couple of little things to make it cute. We have a few options. We have, okay, I have wafer butterflies and I have icing flowers. Maybe a couple of flowers and one butterfly. What do we think? Okay. Oh, maybe like a little crown of flowers would be cute. All right. What do we think? I have 2 more flowers left, so I might as well use them. Let's get all these crumbs back onto the cake. Make our cake board look pretty. Okay. Now another picture. Okay, so now I have two flowers left. I might as well just put them somewhere. Maybe, come on. Maybe on the side. One on one side. And one on the other. So that's my opposite side. Right there. Beautiful. This is coming together even better than I thought. Okay, so let's put our frosting away because I don't think we need that extra frosting. Just gives me an excuse to make another little cake later. Okay, so now the last thing we have left, cake tastes really good, is a couple of little wafer butterflies. Now, we have a little bit of that frosting that I just cleaned. Oh, thank you. Yay, I love baking ASMR. Okay, so now I have a little bit of this frosting that I pulled off cleaning the edges, and we have our wafer butterfly that I gave it a little fold. And now we're going to take a little bit of that frosting so that it's like glue. And, maybe one on the side, close to the flower that's on the side, like that. Let's see. Can you see? And now let's take another little butterfly, put it on the other side. So I think 3 butterflies. 3 butterflies feels like a cute lucky number. I like odds. I mean, even numbers are good for some things, but I don't know. I like, when I learned it from a florist, that flower arrangements tend to work in odds in terms of perspective. And so I've just kept kind of like an odds, evens kind of eye out when it comes to stylizing things. And so I like an odd number. So we place another little butterfly over on the other side. So we have our little butterflies that are next to our flowers that are on the sides. And now we're going to put, because I also have star candles, and so I think let me do the candle first, and then maybe the butterfly next to the candle. What do we think? So I'm going to save the rest of these for the next time I have a superstar birthday. But we have our cute little star candle. So I'm going to put that right here on the top. Perfect. And then we have our last little butterfly. And so we're going to take our little wafer butterfly, take our little frosting glue, and I think, what do we think? I think right behind the candle. Yeah, I think behind the candle is cute. So like presenting it like that. What do we think? Ta-da! Bestie's birthday cake. What do we think? I know he's gonna love it. I know he's gonna love it. And like everybody, he works at a hair salon. He's my hairstylist. And so I know that everybody's gonna gag. I'm his first appointment of the day, so it'll probably be just the 2 of us when I first get there. I probably won't get to see all the hairstylist get excited about the cake, but I'll get to see him be excited about his cake. So here, let me bring it in so you can see it. So here we are, baking for my bestie. Wait, let me put the light so you can see it properly. It's really early. It's like 6:30 in the morning. So I'm using lights. So here's Bestie's birthday cake. Yee. I know, right? Yes, I'll make sure to take a video. Okay, I am feeling very accomplished. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to box this up and put it in the fridge to set. And then I'm gonna go take a nap because I should be going to the gym right now, but I woke up at like 2:30. I couldn't sleep. So I'll go take a little nap before I go see my bestie at the hair salon and go get my hair washed and blown out and give them their beautiful birthday cake. I'm so excited. But thanks for hanging out with me. Hi, I'm MeMeCherry. I like to go live and bake sometimes. I have a new series that I'm going to be baking for this weekend called Baking for My Future Boyfriend. It's kind of a, I mean it, but it's a little bit of a play on words. But last weekend I made high protein pistachio cheesecake bars. Actually, I have a batch I can show you. And it's a recipe that the first time they were okay. I tweaked the recipe. The second version of the recipe, these came out so good, I wanted to slap myself. So actually, one of the things I'm meaning to do this weekend is to, sorry, I'm like yelling over the sound of pan. One of the things that I'm doing this weekend is to type up this recipe to share it in the community tab, because I promised that once I develop a recipe to the point that it's shareable, I'll share it in the community tab. So these are high protein pistachio cheesecake bars. And they have around 10 grams of protein per bar. They're also relatively healthy. I made it with low-fat cream cheese and zero-fat Greek yogurt, and almond flour, oat flour, date sugar. So they're actually pretty good for you, and they taste amazing. So I'm going to type up this recipe this weekend, and I'm going to post it in the community tab, so keep an eye out for that. I need to work on this sponge cake recipe a little bit more. I need to make it a couple of times before I feel confident enough to share it, but I am getting better and better at it each time. So I do think I'm getting close enough to share a sponge cloud recipe. But this is today's sponge cloud recipe, Bestie's birthday cake. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you again. And if I don't see you again, I hope you have a great life. I'm gonna go take a nap with my dog now. I love you. Bye.